Hi everybody, welcome to Food Hacks Not by Pepper. And today we are going to show you two food hacks actually in this episode. So IKEA published a recipe of their meatballs on their website, and we also do have a food hack of our own. And we wanted to kind of compare it and see which one was closer to the original. So for the one that was published by IKEA UK, they said that you need 500 grams of ground beef and then 200 grams of ground pork and then 5 tablespoons of milk. I think 100 grams of breadcrumbs. We did panko but then blitzed it because I think the breadcrumbs that they're talking about are the finer breadcrumbs. 1 onion, 1 clove of garlic, and 1 egg. So they're not actually too far off. It's just that the one that we made, which is actually kind of based off of or nearer to the recipe that IKEA Singapore published. So this one is an even mix of beef and pork. And the only difference is there's less milk, less onion, more garlic, and then the addition of allspice, which people are saying is the most important part of what the flavor is. So you want to see if r/IKEA Singapore's was better or if the viral one by IKEA UK was much better. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the recipe from the UK website because it basically said incorporate all ingredients and form into balls. What we're gonna do, so I'm gonna do that now. Also, if you notice, our kitchen is the one that Kimmy almost burnt down. Yes, we live together. Yes, we're related. I don't think anybody ever asked anyway, so it's not important. So mix everything. So this 1 clove and then onions. And it's weird also because it says chop finely instead of mince. And I feel like the other recipe, the one that we made, which was similar to the IKEA Singapore one, tells you to cook the onions before. So you're gonna see me. Can you see what I'm doing? And then breadcrumbs. My goal is just to not ask Kimmy to come down and help me because she's obviously the chef. And every time I've been cooking or baking here, I have to call her, emergency! And she has to step in. I'm done forming the IKEA UK meatballs, the viral meatballs, and this is how it looks like. They're giant babies, but they're my babies, and they're going in the fridge while I make the other meatballs. Okay, the main difference with the ones that are in our recipe and the ones that are in IKEA UK is that you brown the onions first, which I don't really understand. Like, I don't know what it does, and the addition of allspice and flavor. So I will brown the onions in some butter, and then cook the onions till translucent, added the garlic, then put in the 2 tablespoons of milk and then simmered it for another 3 minutes. You can make your meatball mixture. So it's kind of the same, but different ratios. So it's half pork, half beef. And then I'm gonna add just everything in it. The egg, breadcrumbs, salt, and pepper. The other huge difference is a 4th tablespoon or 4th teaspoon, I will double check, of allspice. Let's see if this makes a huge difference as opposed to what we did with the meatballs a while ago, which was. So I will mix these and then I will also make them rest for like maybe 30 minutes, and then we'll come back when I start frying them and tasting them to see the difference. And I had a think, or I thought about it, and I decided that I was going to cook the meatballs differently also because the recipe is actually different, and I was also going to make the cream sauce differently because the recipes are different. I don't know, I wanted to torture myself, plus I'm really bored. So we have the IKEA UK meatballs. We're gonna do that one first because they rested longer. So how are you doing? I feel like I'm talking to people, so this is the most human interaction I've had. Yeah, I'm gonna put a bunch. Quickly browning the IKEA meatballs. Okay, so I browned the meatballs. Can you see them? And then I'm gonna pick them up and put them in this tray. And then I'll put them in the oven for 30 minutes. Okay, so while that is cooking in the oven, we'll get started on the sauce for it. And that's the 40 grams of flour. That's how it looks like. I'm going to put in 300 milliliters of stock. And then 150 milliliters of cream, 2 teaspoons of soy sauce, which I find super random, 1 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, wait, break. We'll use American because I'm weak. I think the mustard is kind of what makes it yellow. Don't know if you can really see it, but that's the finished cream sauce for the IKEA UK meatballs. Ooh, it's super hot. So this is how they look like. I'll set them aside and cook the IKEA Singapore / our version of the IKEA meatballs. It should be enough. There you go. So these are the meatballs from Meatball. Okay, so I've lowered my heat, and then the first thing we'll do is put butter, then the flour, and the cream. I don't know if I like this gravy. I flavor it with Worcestershire. Okay, so here we have the final 2 things. The one from IKEA UK, the viral recipe that was cooked in the oven with this sauce, and our meatballs with a weird ass looking gravy. So off the bat, by the looks of it, these meatballs look way better. They look more coherent, and I have a feeling it's because we cooked the onions down and then put them in the mince, so the balls kind of look more normal. But this one, since the onion was like all raw up in there, they kind of look weird. But let's try. Also, I have Kimmy, but she's behind the camera, so I want her to see which one tastes more like it. I'm gonna make her a plate. Okay, so this is, you can tell because the gravy is so different. I would have to say that obviously the IKEA UK gravy looks much better because it's thick. Use your spoon. Does it feel like IKEA? No. So this is the one from our recipe that's kind of similar to the one from IKEA Singapore. I don't want to be annoying, but I think our recipe actually tastes better. And I don't know if cooking it before had made them more even when rolling them out, but they look much better than the other ones, which are kind of like weirdly lumpy. But in terms of gravy, I think the consistency of this one is much closer to the IKEA gravy because that one's like really thick and yellow and buttery. But for some reason also, the flavor of this tastes more like the one that I can remember. So I think the flavor of this, but the process of this. This one is closer to the IKEA meatball. And I think it's up to you to decide. If you don't believe me, because obviously I like these ones better, you can try and make both like I did. Make a huge mess in the kitchen and then find out for yourself. So accuracy rating of the viral recipe, I would say it's kind of far actually. I'd say maybe a 6.5 or a 7. And this one, if the sauce weren't runny, I would give it like a 9. So, see you next time!